Bigger muscles.
These are the ones you want the electricity going through.
Up in that ass. Get this on film?
Yeah.
Of course he did.
I bet he did. Oh no.
All right, and welcome back to The Price for Paradise. My name's Woody, aka Creston Woods, and with me today, 1 year later, we brought back my man Zane. And I guess TJ's here too, but you know, he's
Side
the main
note,
guy, yeah.
TJ's here.
But we all seen him like 6 or 7 times. Welcome back,
buddy.
TJ. What's up, brother? You know, we had to bring on the high level trainer for the high level athlete. So what's going on, Zane? So Zane is an MMA fighter, and last year we got him right before his fight, and let's talk about what happened since.
Dude, yeah, good to be here. I'm getting volted. It feels good though. I feel like I'm getting charged up. Yeah, it's been almost 365 days.
You were here last February.
Yeah. Almost to a T. So that's been fun. Lots happened, but yeah, we're here enjoying Arizona. Took TJ along with me with one of our fights. So after that, it was smooth. How do you answer?
You think it was smooth?
It could have been smoother.
I like his attitude. It wasn't as smooth for me. In the corner, Zane was clearly the better guy. You could tell, very confident. Right out the gate, he shot an aggressive takedown. Nothing wrong on his end.
Dude.
The other guy threw a kick and just so happened to land that knee into Zane's eye, giving him a pretty vicious cut. Even though Zane took him down to the ground and was dominating, they had to stop multiple times and check on his cut. But
it was one time. Doctor stopped. He was like, "Yo, are we gonna cut this? Is this over?" And then
I remember you looked in my eye. You asked the corner, and he said, "Am I good?" And they said, "Yes." And then you looked at me, and I didn't say anything.
Because DJ is like, you don't look good, bro.
As his friend as well, in my first time in the corner, I should have been more confident, but I just went, I was hoping you were good.
You were in the cage with me.
Yes.
That's probably your first time in the cage.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it's scary, but it was good.
Is it this eye right here?
Yeah.
Is that the scar that's still there?
Yeah.
Oh
she
my
cut me
gosh.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to think I hit my eyebrow on his shin.
Yeah.
He didn't hit his shin on my eyebrow. There's a difference.
I didn't want to make it sound like you didn't dominate the fight too, because from that point on, you were in our corner, on top of the guy. He couldn't
bleeding
breathe.
on him profusely.
All over
It's
everywhere.
a tactic. Yeah, but that was in May, so that was right in between. Last time I visited, and then now. So yeah, it's been about half a year.
Oh,
since
you
then.
also got to have a accidental surgery on your eye. A doctor had his students from a class there. So Zane's laying bleeding on the table after the fight. I've had stitches a lot of times. I've never seen stitches last that long. He's like, "Are we almost done?" They had one stitch in. It was quite the spectacle.
It was gnarly. Like after the cut happened, I didn't get to see my face for like another hour and a half. I'm just asking everyone.
Notes.
Yeah, I'm just
not a good sign, you know.
On the table, but it was fun. It was good. Got another dub. It's part of the game. Yeah, part of the game.
And so, like, last year, you just, like, came on a whim, right? You lived with TJ for, like, a month, did a training camp, did your fight.
Yep.
Right? Why are you back, and what's going on now?
What
are you doing here? Are you in a fight camp? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, we got one brewing. I have my pro debut. It's going to be popping probably later April. That's what we're looking for. So that's fun. And then also just getting more time around with the boys. Getting out of winter.
You missed Arizona,
Michigan.
huh?
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing like it. Florida's not like it. Just, yeah, missed it. And then get around, be around high-level trainers, high-level athletes.
Yeah, I mean, it's different. How was your training program without him?
Without him?
Yeah. Do you send? Did he send you stuff, or did you do your own thing?
Copy.
What happened?
I copy so much of his stuff. It's ridiculous. So even though it's like, you know, different modalities that you take into different days, you got training days on the mat with your hands, then you got training days on the mat, jiu-jitsu, his strength and conditioning and the recovery side of it, like it all correlates, intertwine. So it's been good, man.
What's the routines looking like right now? Like, where are you fighting at in Arizona, like gym-wise and like stuff like that?
We're still picking. Right now, what's the one that we've been jumping
Nexus.
into?
It was called Purebred. It's in South Scottsdale. It's called Nexus now. They got a lot of moves being made there, so keep that on the low. But we've been there for 2 weeks now.
2 weeks. Yep. Yeah, good sessions, good coaching. Nice. Honestly, it's I've been to a few gyms in my day, just throughout different fight camps, different MMA,
places,
different stuff. It's one of TJ's first MMA, I would say BJJ gyms. He's been to a few, but how's your experience there, Ben?
TJ's always dabbled, but he's not. Now he's in it.
Yeah, I've been learning a lot. It's interesting because a lot of sports I can jump into, not to sound arrogant, and I'd have a role pretty clear right away, and I can hang with them. Now this sport was not like that at all. I'm in there with scrawny dudes that are weaker than me, slower than me. So I think softer, but they're whooping my ass. Like they're putting me in positions, using my aggression against me, tiring me out. So I'm learning a lot from them. It's very humbling, but it's also kind of sparked a hunger to be a beginner again at something. So I don't want to be a beginner too much longer. So
yeah, I was gonna say sparked being a beginner again, or like sparked getting out of being a beginner again. Yeah, because like
but you gotta take the steps.
I know you have to be humbled a little bit so that you get that fire lit under your ass.
We're gonna get Woody on the mat soon,
dude. Sign me up. Let's go. Like I'm super down.
I know.
Yeah, it's just finding me the time in my schedule. I'm super down.
Yeah, and you train so many different things. So for us, for this one, I thought it was cute, but we actually drew out a contract and then signed it for a tournament coming up. So we're kind of nailed down to
going in tournament style.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So competing.
Yeah, for real.
Fun. Doesn't matter whatever level, whatever
Looks like
tournament.
a third grader drew the contract, but I guess it's binding. So.
That's where it was left-handed.
Bound in signature, so count it.
We're gonna rock it.
I'm just gonna say I was getting shocked the whole time as I was writing.
Probably better.
Oh, dude, I love it. And then what have you found is like your strengths and weaknesses going into this like ahead of time?
I'm powerful for my weight, a lot stronger than most guys for my weight, and I am intense. So I'll go. That's also become my weakness, I would say, is because I'll wear myself out so badly, and I'm trying to just be like I'll be in a position where you shouldn't try to explode from there, and I do, and it works every once in a while, but I'm not learning. So every single one, I'm bringing in the effort to slow down a little and learn the technique, and then apply my extreme stuff when I need to. So save my strengths, make my weaknesses the floor a little higher, get it closer to the ceiling. So
I think jiu-jitsu, like you do long endurance type activities. And jiu-jitsu matches, you might only see it as like a 5-minute go, but it feels like a marathon, especially when you're exerting all that. So it's like
especially if you get in a bad position, it changes completely. But
yeah, and I mean the amount of energy you're juicing, like when you're in like a grapple or you're doing something, like there's more going on there with every single muscle tensing along, and it's a lot to get out of it. But Zane, what are your former strengths and weaknesses? Because like what have you been working on lately? Because you're always working on those things, right?
Yeah, in MMA, striking.
Yeah,
just I guess integrating striking and grappling. It's an art form in itself.
And like when to use it, like in a match, right? Because
when to do it, when to wrestle into positions, when to
because you're strong in a grapple, right? Because like that's your place.
Yep.
But like you don't want to get there. Like you almost want them to get you there later than right away.
Yeah.
Or like I don't know how that works.
Think like a video game. You know how you have like your HP, your energy bar.
Yeah.
Think about grappling as for me like a safety mechanism, but it drains the most energy. So it's like you can't just spam that the whole time. Otherwise, you're gonna be drained, exhausted. You got to mix in and know it's like 3 periods, sometimes 5. So yeah, and they're long minutes when the cage is locked. Like shit, I gotta get out of here.
And so you train jujitsu with him, but like, do you go to other gyms for striking practice and stuff like that as well, or is that like all within your MMA gym? Like, is that one place?
Yeah, it's cross training. So
a
lot of people will have a trainer for striking and then a BJJ guy, and then sometimes a head coach that kind of helps like oversee the game plan. So yeah,
this gym does offer all. Recently, we've been doing mostly just the jiu-jitsu. We also picked up 2 heavy bags to put at the house and hang up, which should be fun.
Nice.
We'll put them up this weekend.
Come on over for a bag.
I'm super down.
Yeah, should be fun.
And there's a pool. We can cold plunge.
Hey, win.
That got Woody's attention.
When I witness you in practice too, it's kind of cool. I get to see you in your practice element because I watched a couple practices last year, so I had an idea of what we needed to work on, and what I could, best attribute in such a short period of time. Being in there with him, I would say your strengths are you can grapple from any position. You're squirmy and explosive for your weight. You're strong too, kind of similar to mine, but you have a wrestling skill set. And I'll notice, I think if you could improve on one thing, tell me if I'm wrong, it's finishing, because you get them in bad positions, and I've heard them whispering about it, like, if Zane learns to finish, we're going to be in trouble, and you're rolling with guys that have been training for 8-9 years in jiu-jitsu. little different than wrestling. I mean, I'm a 3-weeker, so
3-weeker.
I'm getting to see a big variety. I'm the biggest gap, but it's fun to watch. I'd say that's what I see in your
I would
streams.
agree. Yeah, finishing.
Everything else,
Yeah.
you're putting people away. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I like it. And TJ, being like with him in the training of the fighting stuff, how does that affect how you're gonna train him now? Like feeling it out, right? Because like as that trainer, like is that gonna adapt the way you train, or is it still gonna be the same principles?
Same core principles. I think I had a good pillar understanding of it. It's the little elements you're gonna sprinkle in, like my elbows, knees, shins, like mat burn. I'm hurting in the weirdest ways. That I'm like, okay, so this is super normal for guys that are training all the time. So adding even more of those, maybe isometric holds, rehab type movements, maybe in the beginning to get them aligned before we go and aware of the right positions, or at the end as like a PT mechanism. So we already do elements of that, but I think emphasizing it more now is important.
Yeah, 1,000%. Like he sees what I spam, and then usually a lot of times it's overuse injuries that a lot of people get messed up,
and so not using those in training as much because he's already exhausted that muscle, right? Let's work on the other things to or because knowing that, right? Like if you threw in just come to my workout, he didn't know what you did. Then he could aggravate that or make it worse.
1,000%. Oh, we're in leg day for the 3rd day in a row. Yeah, you never know. So, yeah, it's good training.
Nice. And so, how long are you? So you're gonna you here indefinitely? Is that like
we'll see
you
how
decide till you fight? Or you just winging it?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it shapes up here.
Nomad
life.
Yeah, risking it for the biscuit. So we'll see. Yeah, first fight we'll tell a lot, and I think it always does.
All right. So now, Zane, tell us what's the price of being dangerous or the price of being lethal, right? Like, because, TJ, he's new to the sport, but he's athletic, but like, what can he learn from you about like, fighting in general? And like, what does it take to be that?
Not TJ specifically, but just athletes
just
in
athletes
general is like I look at sports, I kind of put them in buckets because I've been playing a lot of pickleball lately. I don't know. So it's very different from MMA, right? You're with your hands, no teammates,
Very
no paddle,
reactionary.
You ain't got nothing, And then pickleball, you got a paddle, you got a teammate. Sometimes it's a girl, sometimes it's a dude. Old age, doesn't matter. Age isn't too big of a thing. But yeah, there are different categories of sports. So I think a lot of people that come into the MMA, the one-on-one realm, I would say one-on-one realm of like there's no teammate is like football's more of a gridiron battle, and then the one-on-one is more like a dance. Like it's more, you can't just dominate and aggression the whole time. It's
give and take,
space, cutting space. Yeah.
Strategizing mid rounds.
Exactly. There's more finesse to it than some other sports. And I noticed and pickleball has it as well. But yeah, I noticed that with different athletes that cross train different sports.
What makes finesse. You like, I don't know, turn on wanting to fight that guy? Like, cause like, I mean, like, I don't want to fight you, like, but I can see like, the advantage of like practicing with you and rolling's fun. So like, I still don't think of that as fighting as much, but like when you're actually in a match trying to beat that guy's ass, like what's the,
like a real fight?
What's the switch? Yeah. Like what's the switch from a real fight to a training fight?
That is, everybody's different. I would say everybody's
different.
Because
like you don't know who they are until they're really in a real fight.
Yeah, that's factual. But like, wrestling kind of gave me that aspect, so I was very familiar with it. But with MMA is, as soon as you walk in and they lock the cage, it's as primal as it gets. So a lot of people that they tap into the aggression, the kill savage mentality, and then some people they just I'm trying to think how this guy wants to take me out. And then I'm more
you're like playing with him.
Try to be cool, calm, and collected.
Yeah.
Because I know, when you're seeing red, that can only last for so long. Fatigue makes a coward out of all of us. So it's like I've been that guy where, you're up and you're just so tired that you end up losing it later on because of conditioning, endurance. So
yeah, and like some of those guys that like hype themselves up before, like all the energy is being used right then. You're not even like in the match yet, and you're just like boom, 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 boom. But like other people, like sometimes like maybe they need to get going. I don't know. That might work for someone.
1,000%.
Not for you. You're more calm, cool, and collected before.
It reminds me of with athletes that I train, we've talked about it before, if they're very uppity people, kind of like I am, slowing me down during the warm-up and calming my nervous system and getting me in that flow state, that's the best way to do it. Someone that comes in lackadaisical, getting them snappy, doing some violent movements, wakes it up. And I relate to it in football. It was a similar thing. I tell my players on game day, find your 10. You can't be at a 10 during breakfast in the morning. You play at 7 p.m. You need to be once we're getting through with class, about 2 to 3, you should be at your 6. We should be building to your 7. Now right before kickoff, we're getting to our 10. If you're at 10 all day, you're exhausting yourself. And one of my college coaches used to say that, so I steal it from him. But it applies, I think, a lot to that too. And I watched you get ramped up for the fight and have to be like, bring yourself down a little, multiple times throughout the day. It's an exciting thing, you know?
It is. But also TJ's 100% right. You want to peak at the right time, just like with his training in the training base, you want to peak at the right time. But energy-wise, the day of, the 48 hours leading to, you want to peak at the right time.
It's an art.
There's a lot because, you got people talking to you.
Dude, game day adrenaline's different. Like even like I haven't been in a fight, but I did High Rocks like a couple weeks ago, and like you're like waiting in line, and you're like you're feeling the energy, and everyone's running, and everyone's uppity.
Nothing like it, bro.
Like it's game day. Like there's nothing. It's the best.
Yeah. It's a drug. Yeah.
And like honestly, I'm so excited for TJ to actually have a game day because he hasn't been. He's been coached for so long lately that he hasn't had his like events. Right. Yeah. Like last time I remember he was doing track.
Track was probably
and
the
like
last
that
one.
was like your main thing when you did some events, right?
Yep. And that's less like against a competitor. You're kind of competing against yourself, and we all just compare times, even though you're racing people.
Mm-hmm.
I miss the aspect of the guy lining up across from me and looking in my eyes, and we both think we're going to beat each other. There's something about that. And that's what I respect about fighting so much. I think it's the ultimate version of that. Now, with my broken face and body and age, I'm not really in a position to do that like Zane is. Zane's been wrestling since 5, probably 4.
Yeah. Somewhere near
2. Don't lie to me.
Somewhere near there.
He lies to people when they ask him how long he's been training. By the
How
way,
long you been training
He'll
for?
go 3 years.
How long you been training for, Zane?
Yeah, I was rolling with some kid the other day. He's
Asshole.
like, "Yeah, I've been wrestling for 3 years." I was like, "Dude, me too." Yeah,
Yeah, whatever.
and then we do takedowns. But
Sandbagger, this guy.
Yeah, he is.
I mean,
hey, but
my
psychological warfare is real, and do you do
It's
any
real.
of that with like when you go into matches, like when they have like the fight card, everyone stands up face to face, they talk shit to each other, or like some people don't, and some people are like
Tell him
being
about
really
your
nice.
last guy.
bro, my last guy
Got in your head.
The last guy got in my head.
He was really nice.
We'll talk about that.
He's
He
really
was
nice to me, damn it.
overly nice, man.
I don't want to beat
got
this
to
guy's
me.
ass. He's so nice to me.
No, he said,
Bro.
I don't want to talk to you. Why are you talking to me?
Yeah. So I think like going back to kind of your demeanor when you compete, you find like how you go about the pre-fight, the pre-prep. It's for me. I feel like with wrestling, I tried every single thing. You can try the villain. You can be the anti-hero. You can, you know what I mean?
No, it's cool. And then like having the freedom to try them too. Like I think people always like try to box themselves into this lane, but then it's like, no, maybe this one works here, maybe this one works there too. Might be
Being overly
good to have two.
Overly confident sometimes walking in there, dude, that throws your competitor off sometimes more than anything. Being cool, calm, timid. I mean, McGregor, you kind of see it like how he approaches different fights.
Once you're
at
as big
different
as
times.
him, though, you almost have to have like that persona all the time.
Yeah, it's like a mask at
Yeah.
that point. But you just find what flows best into the competition, kind of what TJ was saying. Like, you don't want to be too up. You don't want to, let it all out too soon.
Do you do like any like pre-fight strategizing? So like when you know you're fighting somebody, like what is your process for like looking up their stats, looking up their fights? Like what are you analyzing?
That's a good question. What do you think are the top ones?
Film.
He helped me look at.
The eye in the
last ones.
sky don't lie. We watched the fights. We saw the record. We looked at the guys he was fighting against, especially when we were looking at that fight in Florida that didn't happen.
that
We
accepts
watched
you.
all his fights, and we watched how different he looked from fight 1 to 4. And it was like, oh, his body composition changed a lot. We looked, he missed weight a couple times. So it was all the way into that
Valid.
depth. It showed that, I remember you telling me, that shows he's not that disciplined. It's not that hard to make weight if he's missed it multiple times. And he's not that built.
It's not that hard
So
to
it's
make
things
weight.
like that where Zane goes.
Shouldn't be.
Yeah, where Zane, I remember you telling me we're going to bully his discipline. Like, I'm going to make him make mistakes. He has a good right hand, but we're going to make him make a mistake. And I thought that was cool. We saw that through his history.
Right. Yeah, and then it's finding patterns because I've kind of done this before. So it's like if the dude's cutting a lot of weight, he's gonna gas out probably a little bit sooner. The big thing too for me, just being at my stature of 5'10".
Oh yeah, you look above like, Tapology 5'10", baby. But I swear
we're gonna take it. We're gonna take it.
I swear.
But the bro, I know.
Hey,
when I seen it for the first time,
I was gonna say you didn't.
They
write
asked
that,
me
right?
for my
head.
I told him 6'2". It was crazy. But
he's just trying to get fights.
Yeah, whatever works, man. But different body styles. Tall, lanky guy, short, wrestler. Like there's that always has like a big effect with strategizing.
Yeah, because like if I knew I was fighting you, I'd be like, oh, he's a grappler for sure. And then I'd be like, okay, well now I gotta, beat him in striking, or like what does that like look like?
Well,
yeah,
okay,
like,
so if you had that mindset,
yeah,
naturally your hands would be a little bit lower because you're gonna be waiting for the shot.
Ah,
so now I have different opportunities.
But now you know that they're looking for that, right? Like
so
there's like a
two levels
reverse
chess
chess
keep
game.
adding levels,
oh man,
until it becomes too much.
This is
So and then at the end of the day, like second, third period, when people get tired, you always go back to your bread and butter.
Mm-hmm.
And so you kind of see that and kind of know, hey, if it does get to this point, he's probably going to resort to X, Y, Z, whatever it may be.
And then you're like, it's a game of attrition, so they're dying out, and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, this is my time to attack. And it's like knowing their timing on certain moves for you to like be pressuring him rather than like, playing defense or doing something like wearing him out.
1,000%. Kind of what TJ said is very accurate, like the finishing part of it, because you got to think football, like there is no mercy. You can crush somebody 75-0.
Yeah.
You still got to play 4 quarters. You know what I mean?
For sure.
MMA, wrestling, some of these other sports, pickleball, you still got to play the same point system, but you can end it way quicker.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just having that,
It's the only sport where the home run ends the game. That's what I always remind people.
Nice.
You could be down 11-0 in a baseball game, and imagine you throw a 1-run homer. It ends the game 11-1. They won.
Facts.
No, that's the only sport.
Or golf. You just need one hole in one.
Maybe.
Dude, I would just pray. I would just pray for the 18th hole.
I like the thought. I wish I had a hole in one.
We'll take him golfing.
I've never been.
You've never been golfing?
No, I could probably just throw the golf ball better than him.
Really? He would love golf.
He took me to the range.
Yeah.
It was ugly.
He hasn't done it much. I can say that for sure.
I went golfing with TJ not too long ago too.
Okay.
Yeah, we were on Break 100 watching. It was on the last hole. I have a video, but
he choked. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that.
It's good
Yes,
stuff.
it is fun always finding a realm where I can outperform TJ. Always so much fun.
In the beginning, I had to remind him because he was almost like as competitive with me as he is on other things.
Yeah,
I know.
I go, Woody, I want you to teach me out here. It's not
he's
even
like, help me, and I'm like, no, dude, I want to beat your ass.
I'll help you after the game.
After
12, you were
today,
helping
I'll
me.
help you.
Once
Yeah.
you realized it was out of reach, not even close, he helped me.
Yeah, TJ's raw though, so he hits the ball far. It's like, the difference between him and a golfer is the miss, like not necessarily
Huge
the
misses.
length though.
Yeah.
But the miss lateral side, left to right, right?
Accuracy.
So like, if he knew which way he was going, like you have the swing for it, the strength for it, like you could like tweak it into being a good golfer very quickly. Whereas like knowing movement patterns and being a trainer.
I'm trying. I'm in my beginner phase of things. We talked about it with jiu-jitsu. I started golf. I'm like, all right, I need to find something I'm really good at again and to balance it out. But no, it's been cool learning new things and being a beginner.
And Zane, pickleball. So like that's one of your like big hobbies. I mean, you love pickleball.
I do.
And so how does that affect like the way your brain works when it comes to like creativity and reactionary? Is it kind of like being in a fight, like because you don't have that much time to think?
Yeah. No. Is it like a fight?
No. He's like, it's
dude, I got a
like
smile on my face the whole time I'm playing, so it's not like a fight in that regard.
In that regard.
But like the creativity was the key thing. Because especially if
puts you in a flow state, like a different kind, but a flow state at that.
Absolutely. And I think there's just something about like the human brain and watching a ball. There's something about it, man. Like think about Pong.
Pong is the first game ever.
And how simple it was, but how effective it was. So I think there's something just with paddle sports. It's great for the brain, just all that connection. But yeah, the creativity part. Because, if I hit it here, I know it's going to come here, then he's going to get it there. It's like 2, 3, 4 steps ahead. If you have a partner, it's a whole nother variable.
Well, it's funny you say that because my last gym I worked at, was in Hawaii, and it was owned by this guy named Egan. And Egan was a world champion jiu-jitsu, and he was also a world champion racquetballer. And so I was like,
yeah, man.
Crazy, but like racket sports, I'm like, is that like a thing with fighters? I've heard multiple fighters go into that exact same realm. So yeah, that is
I think it's just so popular, everyone's going into it.
Oh, pickleball.
Yeah, I could see that.
That's fair.
Yeah, once it kind of dies down. Right now, I still think it's America's #1 growing sport.
All right, so you are 4-1.
Correct.
All right, let's talk about that one. And how does it feel like to lose and like get your ass beat in front of your friends and family, like on a stage?
Yeah,
like it's different than being like in the streets and getting on a fight and like you got your ass beat, but you come home with black eye.
Yeah,
but this is like people got to watch it. Like, how does that feel? And how's that?
True.
Like, what's that like? And like, did that light a fire under your ass?
Yes and no. There's always stuff that happens. Like what you see on fight night is really just the surface of it. Like homeboy missed weight by 4 or 5 pounds. I cut extra weight just to meet him somewhere, and he
catch weight.
Yeah, so he missed weight. I mean, at the end of the day, it's about ticket sales and getting money. So
yeah,
like I was able to take his funds because he missed weight, and then when it came to the actual fight, I mean, homeboy was like 6'1". Went really well. He's a big boy.
He's a big boy.
I got hit with a head kick, side of the head, second round, and then since then it was just kind of fuzzy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came. Yeah, it came. I think it was a split decision. It came down to the third period. It was a takedown situation, and he just won one scramble, and I think that was the end of it. But also going, yeah, some other things, but it's humbling. I was fortunate enough to. It was.
It's the only one you have, right? So like, it is interesting case study for all the other ones, right? Because this one is like something we can get better at, or what happened. Like you got kicked in the head, right? And then you're dizzy.
Yeah,
concussed.
that one was. I think if I had to like extract one lesson from it, it would be the energy going into the fight, trying to be more encapsulated, like try to protect my energy more going into the fight.
How were you going into the fight of this one?
I was doing, as in, I was healthy.
Like, yeah.
Everything was good. I was healthy. I made weight. I was, I did everything like I should, but I was so focused on like selling tickets, a bunch of other stuff, some business sponsorships, things. I didn't have a manager. I still don't. So I was doing that. Mm-hmm. And then, I just wasn't as focused on the prep.
One thing about fighting is I feel like a lot of people romanticize the idea of it. Romanticizing the grind versus actually living it. Like, that'd be so sick. I'd work out all the time. I'd be punching the bag. You're getting yelled at by a coach. Not yelled at. You're getting corrected by a coach. You're constantly getting critiqued. You're getting pushed to your limits. You're feeling beat up. What is it like actually doing all those things? And did you have a moment where you romanticized the grind and then realized what it really was?
That's valid. Yeah. I think just our culture growing up, Rocky Balboa, Rambo. You got all these
Your dad was a what, Marine?
That was Marine, yeah.
Let's add that.
That's a big part of it.
That's stuff. But yeah, but like just, as you're looking for idols and stuff like that growing up. And there was always the fight movies and things like that. So I think a lot of people do romanticize it because people come to me in the gym. They're like, they think there's money in this thing. Like they think.
Oh yeah, they think
you're doing it for the money, dude.
Yeah,
you could do anything else for more money. You'd be way better off.
For sure.
So you have to have like that intrinsic
love of the game.
Love of the game, man. Because there's no money. You're going through bruises and scrapes and everything else.
And speaking of love of the game, TJ was made a little notepad before, and he sent it over to me, and I saw it, and it was like, do you love the game, or are you addicted to the game, or are you obsessed to the game? Like, what is that like look like for you? Is it because like, are they like almost crossing over a little bit? Because
can I summarize the saying, see if it sounds good?
Please do.
Make it a clear question.
Yeah.
Are you addicted to the dream or actually in love with the work required?
Ooh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, you got to be both. I feel like at the end of the day, the work required looks different for different people, different athletes. Everybody has weaknesses and strength, but yeah, I think that's real. Keeping that dream in mind, though, is something that it's super important. Just keeping it alive, like a seed, like you just something you always gotta keep on
you have
watering.
no chance, right?
Yeah.
If you keep
got
it, you at
nothing.
least have a chance.
Yep.
Yeah, the reason I thought of that question, I thought about it from my experience as an athlete, and I realized that when I was playing football, I wasn't in love with the work required. I was in love with the dream and the game days. And now that football's over for me, I was in love with the work. I realized that I just wasn't appreciating it because I got right back into the work without the reward of the game or the dream. And that work was something I still do to this day, you know? Maybe not quite to the same degree, but I realized I'm in love with the work.
Yeah, and like a lot of people talk about the journey and the destination, right? Like you're talking about the journey, right? Like, and it's like the process along the way was the fun part. That is life. Life is the process. It's not the destination.
It's funny if you focus on the destination so much, whether you're trying to gain or lose weight, you're trying to win a tournament. Let's use me for example. I try to win this jiu-jitsu tournament. I'm thinking about winning the whole time instead of learning how to win, learning the moves, learning the rules, learning the techniques. That's actually the process and the system we've talked about before that's in place to get me that end result. You keep that end result as the seed you planted in the foundation, but the process is a different game. And that's what you have to fall in love with to really be great, I think.
And then when you say addiction, I think like, I don't know, people with addictive personalities who can harness it well end up being the best at what they do, right? Like the obsessive nature that it comes along with like somebody who's just lives it all the time. It's delusional. Like you spend all your time and all your money on the thing you love to do, even though it doesn't reward you back with more money, like and stuff like that. You would do it anyways. Not yet. I mean, you know, it could. Yeah. It definitely could. And but like you would still do it anyways.
Right. The return of investment, the ROI on it.
Is the person you became in the process, but it's not necessarily like the destination again.
Yeah, 1,000%. I mean, yeah, that's what makes those underdog movies so good. You know,
shout out Rocky.
Yeah, for real.
It's just funny. The underdog movies have the quick cut scene to all the training, and the montage lasts about a minute long. And the reality is, it's going to take you 15 to 20 years of being obsessive.
1,000 hours unseen.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite quotes. I'll bring it back. Like,
you probably said it like 10 times on this podcast alone.
I want everyone to get it. You know what I mean? When people say you're lucky or like, oh wow, you must have genetic freak when I jump or something, it's like this is thousands of invisible hours only visible to me.
Yeah,
they don't see all the basic stuff I did for years and put my trust in coaches and people that were better than me trying to, okay, I'm going to learn how they do it. What do they do different than me? How can I be better and catch up to them? And
I was talking about the Olympics today with somebody and like Michael Phelps being like a genetic freak himself, but like the difference between Michael Phelps and the other people, I was like, guess what? Everyone else in the Olympics, also genetic freaks, but he outperformed them. He outworked them. He was better than them.
He was eating 6,000 calories a day. That's just nearly impossible for anyone to do. He's doing that consistently and doing it well. It's crazy.
It was weird, like seeing his like, you know, morning, or they have like his food day, you know, lined out, and it's like 3 waffles, a bowl of cereal. Like he ate every version of breakfast, you know, French toast, waffles, pancakes, all of it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's also part of it is just, it takes time, takes effort, takes support to put those meals together. So when he gets out of the pool, you know,
he doesn't have to go cook
like
it himself and all. Yep.
And speaking of nutrition, Zane, like what is I mean, dude, you're jacked and lean, but like you do a lot of activities.
Yeah, what is this, Pain and Gain, who I'm with here today? What's going on here?
Sleeves are optional, boys.
Dude.
Sleeves are
I wore a
optional.
hoodie.
But like, what does that like nutrition
Well,
look like for you? Because like you have so much activities too. Like you train multiple times a day, like, and so that is like a lot of calories burnt and stuff like that. Do you know what you're eating, or do you just kind of wing it?
There's different, I think, phases and different kind of timelines with things, and I think just general pop too when it comes to weight loss or I think finding like a baseline is really important for yourself, and then given, you know, different age groups, different where you're at in life, finding a baseline and then constantly building on that. So even if you're not in season or off
what do you do?
Yeah, we want to know. I know how to tell them. What do you do?
okay.
Like, tell me yours.
For baseline activity, dude.
Yeah.
Eating for nutrition.
Eating. Like, how do you
Eating,
eat?
nutrition.
I could tell. I freaking live with you.
Yeah.
Do you
I'm
not know what
simple,
you eat?
man.
I do. I know what you
I'm
eat.
simple.
I know everything you eat.
Let's go.
TJ, roll it.
Yeah, man, I'm observing in this house. Zane eats eggs a lot. He eats very clean. Make sure he has clean oils. Not a lot of inflammatory type foods or processed foods. Sometimes he'll have chicken. Main meal, I would say, is eggs, beef, avocado with salt.
Valid. Yeah.
Eggs,
And
beef,
then
avocado.
he throws in for like a
Beautiful.
little snack. There's some yogurt. He probably puts some honey in there.
He's good.
And I don't know what else, but he eats it fast. It's hard to tell. And then at night, you'll hammer like rice cakes or like anything.
Big
to add.
rice cake guy.
Yeah,
Big.
with some
yeah,
honey
yeah.
or with peanut butter or something. But yeah, eats very clean. Constantly having like hydration type drinks. Constantly hydrating. Really, watching the salt. You eat
Hella
pretty clean.
water.
Yeah, eats a lot, man. Like that's the thing people don't realize is you're not the tallest guy in stature, but to be your build, you have to eat a lot, especially with your
Yeah.
activity level and calories you burn. So glad I could answer that for you, Zane.
Seriously. Yeah, he's on point with the beef, avocado, salt.
Hey,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
and I know you're a big salt guy. We talked about it last time.
Big
He's
salt
a
guy.
big salt guy.
All on board
you know?
with salt.
And-
Arizona Wilderness is on tonight, though. He doesn't know that, but that's on his diet tonight.
Yeah.
Shout out
Ooh.
Arizona Wilderness.
Yeah.
Is it wing
the
night?
post, meal?
Burger night?
They got wings,
Mushroom burger.
Yeah,
Sounds
something.
good. Sounds good. But yeah. Again, it's not really seasonal. Those things are more staples, but like fruit will be seasonal. But yeah, I think just sticking to a diet for a long term. I know this is general, not me specifically, but because I stuck to it for so long, it's very easy for me to manipulate my weight and like know how much is too much, and kind of I have some levers to pull to get results quickly, because for fighting you gotta drop weight. Like right now I carry extra body fat, which is fine because we're lifting heavier.
How much extra body fat? This guy's
Yeah,
like,
couple
I'm carrying around a little
percent.
couple extra pounds. Like he's like,
when he's
you
fighting,
can see a
He's-
6-pack
he's
right now.
seeing
But,
it.
yeah.
when he's fighting, he's probably at, I would guess 4 if I had to guess. When he's cutting, and that was a catch
It's
weight
low.
fight, bro.
Yeah, it gets there.
So right now, if he's
Lean.
thinking high, he's probably thinking, what was it, 12?
Yeah,
10?
yeah. I would say 12.
Yeah.
I'm
Fat
at
is
12.
happy. Though.
Fat boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
eating
where do
good.
you like to sit? Like, cause I like being 10 to 15. Somewhere in there
158.
is great.
158 and a half.
I just like
Money.
being heavier than Woody. That's all I care.
Yeah.
I almost caught TJ. I was this close.
On a good day, he's over 200.
Every day.
Every day, he's over 200.
I was
Bad
over
day.
200.
Thick.
I was a thick boy.
Muscular thick.
So, guys, after Christmas, I did a marathon in December, and then I gained 20 pounds in the month.
It was evidence.
And
It was
I
very evident.
was a
Post-marathon?
big boy.
Yes.
Post marathon.
I was like,
Yeah.
wow.
So I was
What are you
eating like I was like, a marathon runner, but then I stopped running marathon miles. So I
Yeah.
put on 20 pounds and I
That's
was
real.
thick boy. But 7 to 10 of those were muscle. We were gaining it, but yeah.
Definitely pain and gain then. That was
It is easy to do, guys. It's easy to overeat. And
Well, especially with running.
when it comes to high activities like that,
high
where I would-
output. Because you're used to the input. Your body's used to.
my body was
the
like
input.
on 7,000 calorie
That's
foods
real.
going up into that race week. So and then I was carb loading, and I think I did really good on the nutrition, but then I paid for it after,
Mhm.
and it was my birthday. So, you got to eat a little
You
bit.
got to.
Ate a whole cake by myself.
No shame. No shame.
Hey, I'm honest,
What kind of
guys.
cake?
I'm not saying it was the smart move or the healthy move. It was a homemade bundt cake someone made for me, and
Dude.
it was
Shout him out.
like
Yeah,
yay
yeah.
big.
Who made it?
Austin at the front desk's girlfriend made it.
Shout out Austin at the front desk girlfriend for that.
Yeah, she's a real one.
Shout it out. But the bundt cake, yes.
My go-to is sweet potato pie. Like post-win, post-victory. That's all I need.
Sweet potato pie is all you need.
Oh, bro. I eat food, dude. ECs. Yeah. What's your go-to post-victory dessert?
I sound like such a loser. I don't eat very much outside of purpose. I need to eat more. What do I eat for dessert? Have you seen me eat a dessert?
No.
I'd rather eat something hearty again and just double down on like chicken and rice.
Cake, ice cream.
No. I'll eat cake if it's there. I'll have a piece. A piece, I'm good.
I'm not a big drinker, so like
Yeah,
when
beer. There's
I,
mine.
like
Yeah.
I'll just party more like
That's
that.
valid.
Like I'll like save my drinking
Yeah,
for
that's
like
true.
post race. Like
Yeah,
that's
Woody's
like
right,
when
actually.
I'll get
Yeah.
drunk.
I was thinking of
Usually not
desserts,
very-
but that's why I can't have desserts probably. My beers or my calories.
Yeah. Too much for the palate.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
That's my trade-off.
Root beer float minus the root. Just beer float.
And then the float as well, just the beer.
Yeah.
So other than splurging and eating, you do celebrate your wins when you
Dude,
win.
I love eating. Like if a mukbang,
yeah.
if we could, like,
that would be it. That would be your celebration of win
yeah,
every time.
yeah, like a good old like eating competition or what's it called? Mukbang? Oh,
Mukbang?
Mukbang. Yeah, yeah. See, he knows all the terminology, dude. I always butcher it.
I'll be the
and then
interpreter. I gotta
he
go.
really does.
That's why we
But-
brought him.
That's a good time. Just copious amounts of food.
All right, man. Well, this has been awesome. TJ, you got any other
I got a couple
pressing
things if
questions?
you
Please
want.
go, please.
It's a little off topic, but a little on. I don't know. We'll see. So I've been thinking about this lately. I would like to say we are driven males, highly try to be high value males. Like that's important to us when it comes to our fitness, our career driven, impacting others positively. I would say I see both that or in both of you, and I hope I emulate the same.
Likewise.
Why are we all three single?
Wow.
I don't think it's a bad thing. I'm curious why you guys think that is.
I
Mine
mean,
is, like,
just
Tough one.
Yeah, being planted in one place. I got a lot of shenanigans.
I mean,
happening.
nomad life is. We get that. You're just
Yeah.
bouncing around. You don't. Live
Yeah.
by the edge of your seat. Like that's definitely a thing. Me and TJ, we stay in town. So, what's yours?
No excuses.
I will never blame it on the opposite sex. I take accountability of everything.
like
I like
a
it.
man.
But
Yeah.
I do
Like a
think
man.
that society
High
is different
test
right
right
now,
there.
and I can go crazy on that, but I'll avoid that. I'll just use a personal
Set
example.
them off, dude. Set them off.
That's my own question. I came prepared. No, instead of that, I have an example. I was talking to a woman. I thought she was great. I think we were hitting it off, but I was few and far between messages. I'm constantly getting text calls.
That
I
part.
started my new venture as a gym owner. I'm building an app for 3 years. Here we go. I'll plug that.
Check
at
out the
end.
merch.
But I made a very strong point to her in the beginning phases that I am very focused on the same thing I've been focused on for 15 years. I'm very close to being where I want to be. And I think at some point it'll be enough and I'm ready to focus more, be mindful more of my relationship. But I have trouble giving you my full loyalty and emotional bandwidth when it might not work out. It's going to cost money. So just understand where I'm at. And that seemed to be, we were on the same page. But that was what kind of ended it as well. Loved my ambition and my drive, but not what is required for me to have that, which is interesting because that's what you're attracted to in me. But if I didn't take these actions, you wouldn't be attracted. So to me, I think there's a lot of elements, and that's my personal where I'm probably not that available right now. And I'm willing to sacrifice that for a life goal, but that's my, at this current phase of life, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I like the bandwidth part because that's real at the end of the day.
It's funny you say that because that's exactly what, like, kind of down the line of what I was gonna say too. Is like the last relationship I was in. It's funny that we're bringing this up today because she messaged me today, and there was like a giant, thing
Shout out
behind
to the
it.
ex.
Say her name. No, I'm just
No, I'm not gonna say her name. I'm not
Say it
gonna
with
say
your
her
chest.
name. But what I
She
realized
messaged us all.
that
No,
is
joking.
like back in that relationship is I was giving too much of me to her, and I wasn't spending enough time like filling my own cup, taking care of my business, doing all of the things that I knew that I needed to do for me.
For sure.
And I was trying to be a good boyfriend. I was trying to do all those things, and I was losing my own self in that. And when you lose yourself, then you are also not the man, right? Like you're not being the man that, they're attracted to too. And so like, it is like, I didn't feel good about myself at that time. And I couldn't hold together a relationship because I feel like my business was falling apart. But then switches it, you take time for yourself, you get your space and you fix everything. And, now we got camera guys in the podcast and we got,
Big upgrades.
a whole upgraded lifestyle because I took time for myself because I barred off girls for a while because I did not want to deal with that. And TJ knows, I told him, I'm like, dude, I'm done with like putting my emotions out there because I know that I need to, take care of my business and take care of my stuff and take care of my mind.
And then I bet a lot more women started reaching out when you did pay attention to yourself. Can I guess that?
A lot more women did start reaching out when I started
Interesting
taking
how
care
that
of
works.
myself, and
Oozing swag.
but now I'm like a little bit more guarded in my boundaries when it comes to that, and knowing that like if you're gonna be a part of this, you're gonna have to like jump on the train with me, or like respect that I'm doing this first. This is my priority number one right now, and in the long run, it'll pay off for both of us. So like you just need to just like trust that. You just have to trust that, and once you trust that, it's all game.
Gotta have the vision.
Love it.
And so that's why women.
Yeah, that's real. Also, I think at this age,
we love
them,
we hate them,
everything in between.
That's facts. I think at this age is a little bit different too, because like what you're saying, they have to be able to fit into your world because you already have things in motion. You have the tracks laid, and then I think women at this age too, like they feel like they finally have their tracks, or
and biological clock is ticking, man, for everyone. But
and that's real
women
too.
especially.
So it's like multiple factors. It's are you gonna be in my world, or am I, giving something up to be in your world? So it's
push pull.
There's a
like
sacrifice.
a power
There's a price
dynamic.
for every paradise.
Masculine, feminine. Yeah, you get it.
Oh yeah, dude, and it's real. Like you have to give up some sacrifice to get what you want.
Yeah.
And and you can't have every paradise. That's the thing, is you have to choose one and stick with it. TJ, don't put your eyes up like that. You can have everything.
No, I was doing that face as in like, no, I feel that so much that you do lose those other things. I did lose an opportunity with that, but it was worth it to me. And that's not a disrespect to her. It's like, this has been loyal to me my whole life. That love of the work that we talked about earlier, the love of the grind. Now I think that I'm getting exhausted from it, but that's the phase I'm in. And that's what's going to make me be in a good position in the future. I'm not willing to settle based on, I wish I was further along in a relationship. I'm still not willing to settle, and I wouldn't expect them to be either. So I respect if you have to walk away because of where I'm at. Got it, Sucks, but part of the game.
Part of the game.
All right, boys. And you guys are both entrepreneurs, businessmen. And so tell me about what has leveled you up recently in your businesses, and what has some tips you guys can give to the viewers for doing the entrepreneurship, because it's harder than a relationship is entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
It's always been for years and years. It's a, how do I put this? To be able to flow with the highs and the lows. It's craftsmanship. It's you have to
stay
not
middle.
get too high, not get too low, and that's always been difficult. It doesn't matter. Sales, seasons. Some businesses have seasons where they kill it, and then they expect that year round. And it's like, all right, your expectation is the issue there. So you have to reset things. And it's just always adjusting expectation, reality, and then being realistic with the next moves. And I think that's where, it gets difficult. It's more of a art form.
Yeah, me and TJ know about seasons. This is the gym industry.
You guys totally
get fit in January, get fit in summer, and then the rest of the year,
yeah,
unless you're a regular.
Yeah, special occasion, they have a wedding coming up, and then
and then no one comes in December. You're just, it's like holiday party this, holiday party that, and it's like you have to play for the downtimes and understand that that's coming, and save in your big times to make it for those droughts.
That's part of it.
And then TJ.
So I've been working on a fitness app with a business partner who I think is an absolute genius. He's doing all the back end developing and all on his own. He's doing an incredible job. We've been doing that quietly for the past 3 years. Most things that I do, I put it out into the world. I whisper about it, I talk about it, then I yell about it, right? Kind of get people's attention. I've been keeping this quiet, just kind of as a side project, manifesting myself and with Easton, just see what happens. And now we're at the point where that's coming to fruition. And I'm looking at the last 3 years and what I've learned. And one of the biggest ones was not to stifle my creativity, but to prioritize and execute my ideas and plans. Because Easton is a very good integrator and implementer. If I give him something the way I want it to be, he can help create it. But if I'm giving him 50 ideas, it's hard for him to hit the ground running and know what is the most important. So he's helped me be more realistic with, okay, this feature is great. Maybe we can focus on these ones though. So prioritize and execute would be my main one. My second one would be use that partner for that, because there were things that I had in my head about the app. I go, well, that's crazy. There's no way we could do that. And then I'd bring it up in a production meeting and he'd take a pause and go, yeah, we could do that. Which shocks
You're
me.
like,
Then I realized I'm not an expert in this field. He is. Throw it out there, throw it at the wall, see what sticks. And then which ones do we like and how are we going to go from there? And we still have a lot of work to do, but Forge Fit should be coming out in a month or two. We'll have a AI assistant coach. His name's Coach T. He's been
Coach
built
T.
off of me for the
the
past 2.5, 3 years.
Oh no.
We've had to tone him down a couple times. But yeah,
He's a filtered TJ.
yeah, he doesn't care that I'm his dad or anything, but I make him call me Daddy TJ, but that's about all he cares. But it'll have your programs on there. We also will have a trainer edition, so you can have all your clients, their programs on there, build them out through the app, use our programs, whatever you want to do. Use the AI coach to help you utilize, my secondary knowledge. Hopefully it doesn't overtake me, but it's a really cool app, and I'm excited to share it with everyone and get our men's group on it and get everything rolling.
Yeah, I've been using the app for I think a week now.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Has it been?
This is week 2 actually. So yeah, it's the end of week.
Yeah. It's smooth. It's easy to use, user friendly. It checks out. I've messed with Coach D. He has some interesting answers. So yeah, man, it's worth it.
And it says a lot about collaboration and
For sure.
and having a good team around you, because I mean, you
everything.
guys can see it right here when he doesn't know what to say, he knows what to say, and when vice versa. And it's like you need the athlete, you need the coach, you need the other guy to help the coach integrate. Like that all is like it takes a village. It's not just like one thing, and like we all learn from each other throughout this thing. So surrounding yourself with these kinds of guys is huge.
I think it's a balance too of knowing I am an expert in this and not being arrogant, because I fall on the imposter syndrome side when I think Easton is so brilliant, right? He is. But when I talk to Easton, he sees me in a similar light because my expertise is much different.
You're just so brilliant at training. And like
I
all
don't
that side.
want to use brilliant. I really do appreciate it, but it's to me, you have to be confident and go, you know what? I have spent a lot of time trying to be high effort to be great at this. And so it's okay to be great. It's okay to look at that and be comfortable with yourself and be like, I'm kind of badass at this. The same way I think he's badass at what he does. And I think that's helped a lot. Him vocalizing and seeing that in me has made me more apt to, take on that route and that role and be that owner, So that collaboration is huge. You got to have your network around you.
And that confidence that comes from preparation.
And actually doing it.
The hours. It's like, invisible hours, dude.
Yeah, it's real.
Yeah.
I love it, guys. Well, we're coming up on that last 7 minutes. Any last things you guys want to bring up before we get out of here?
I already sold my app just now, so
I know. I was like,
That's a
that's
good
like what
plug.
we do at the end.
Yeah.
jumped in early.
Good plug. I had some stuff written down, but no, dude, I don't think so. I had some like common training modalities that I wanted your opinion on.
Please,
Okay.
ask away.
Cold or hot therapy?
Oh, depends on goal.
Huh?
Depends on your goal.
Ask him that.
Depends on how cold.
Depends on your goal.
Oh.
Yeah, and so like, what are you trying to use it for?
Just overall, you got to name one.
I would say heat then.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What about you?
too.
He don't do the cold.
Heat.
Like mental side, cold is better.
Yeah.
I'd say I don't do the cold. I get in the pool
Heat
sometimes.
heat side is better.
Non-heated pool.
Heat side is going to be better for like recovery, for muscles, for simulating like a cardio. Like you're going to definitely get a lot more out of the sauna, like benefits wise in aggregate.
Yep.
But if you want to be mentally tougher, you go to the cold plunge.
Fair.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
It teaches you to do hard things. There's not many things that are just as hard as a cold plunge, that instantaneous, and then you having to calm your nervous system or learn to calm your nervous system right away. Like that skill can be taken into the real world when you're actually having an anxiety attack or you're at a fight and you're about to go fight somebody. Like that, doing hard things can help level you. And that's why I'm a big fan of the cold plunge. But again, it can also be overdone. You don't need to do it every single day, but I mean, if it's what gets you up in the morning and get your mindset right, then I mean, do what you gotta do.
It's a price.
It's a price.
The price for paradise, baby.
That's money.
Well,
Tag it.
thanks, boys. I appreciate you guys coming on, spitting the knowledge, and coming back again, dude.
Yeah, dude.
And we'll have to do it hopefully before next year, and right after this
I'm
next
trying to make
fight.
a move here permanently,
right?
so we're working on it. You heard it here first.
And where can we find you
Gotcha.
guys on socials?
Breadcrumbs.
TJ Houchin 3 on Instagram. We will have Forge Fit rolling. Everything will be on there soon. So TJ Houchin 3 on Instagram.
I think my Instagram is im.zc. And then same thing with TikTok.
And me, the price for paradise. And last but not least, before we get out of here, because my last guest was a pastor, and I know you're a man of faith. Anything that you take into the world of fighting with faith?
Good question. I read this book. My dad got it for me in high school that had to do with like Christianity and wrestling. And it was just like kind of boils down to just being the man in the arena. and then knowing that win, lose, or draw, you're going to be a better person on the other side of it. And I think for me, being so result focused, just growing up and everything with accolades, knowing that like you're still going to be loved and cherished regardless if you lose, you get knocked out, humiliated, poop your pants, it doesn't matter.
You're not loved for your works, you're loved.
Did you ever poop your pants
for
in a
your
match?
grace?
Dude,
Yeah.
never.
Okay.
I feel like I wrestled somebody that did. I
I
feel like that
definitely
was the
did, yeah.
thing.
Wrestled someone that did, to clarify. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a so I think just knowing on the other side of the fire, you know, you're more valuable.
I love it. And we'll catch you guys next week on The Price for Paradise. My name's Woody, and aloha.
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 Turn me off, bro. My ass is about to explode.
This is
You guys have been fried.
He took it off all
I know. He's like getting shocked, and he's like,
I was laughing because he was trying to answer and he was taking it off. I'm like, this dude.
dude, you're wild. He takes it off mid. That'd be cool right at the end too. Dude, thanks.
That was perfect.
That was awesome.
Kill it.
My ass hurts.
That was so
I
much
like
fun.
his mics, dude.
Yeah.
This is official.
It sounds really good when you're on there. Dude, I went the relationship route. I went for it.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
good. I like that.
Woody went.
I had to go in on it. You guys literally like put me on the spot.
I was like, oh great, this is it.
Bro,
No,
well,
it happened
it's out
like
of left
mid, like
field.
it was like I had to bring it up because it happened like
Once
today.
and once it started, once you started saying it, it's too late.
It's too late. I'm like in.